Hello, my name is Kate Kamaya. I serve as board president of BendFilm. As part of our continued learning around land acknowledgements, BendFilm would like to acknowledge that we are currently on stolen land. Those of us in Central Oregon live and work in the traditional homelands of the Confederation of Warm Springs, Wasco, and Paiute Native American tribes. We are all treaty signers. It is essential we recognize that the Warm Springs, Wasco, and Paiute peoples signed treaties under great duress and grave threat. We are thus responsible for the past and current violence that Indigenous people face. As an expression of gratitude and appreciation to those whose territory we reside on, and a way of honoring the Indigenous people who have been living and working on the land from time immemorial, we will be forwarding $1,000 in proceeds from this event to the Warm Springs Tribal Council. We invite attendees joining us from Central Oregon to join us by making a donation right on our event page. If you are joining us from elsewhere, we invite you to utilize the Native Land app to learn more about whose land you live and work on, and then explore ways to honor them through financial and other means.
Welcome. My name is Arielle Brumfield. I am a multimedia journalist for News Channel 21. On behalf of BendFilm, I would like to welcome you to the 18th Annual BendFilm Festival Virtual Awards Ceremony. Every day, I use the powerful art form of visual media to inform and inspire change. And I'm excited to celebrate the films that came to us from all over the world and that represent all walks of life. The world came to Bend, Oregon, and we hope you come away feeling connected to this community or find new empathy for those who inspire us to continue pushing forward during such a challenging time. I especially want to thank everyone watching at home, tuning in to meet the next director who is sure to become a household name. Tonight, 3 lucky award winners in the narrative short, animated short, and indigenous short categories will be eligible for an Oscar nomination. And this is big news because this festival can bridge an unknown or first-time filmmaker telling a passionate and personal story on a shoestring budget and the seasoned veterans of the industry. And this may happen in just a few short months after this festival wraps. These brave storytellers risk so much to follow their dreams and leave us inspired to do the same. So please sit back, enjoy, and take notes because this will not be the last time you hear of anyone presenting in this festival and all the winners tonight. Now I'd like to introduce to you BendFilm Board President Kate Kamaya.
I want to take a moment to thank all of our wonderful sponsors for believing in the impact of BendFilm, my fellow board members and staff for working beyond expectations to create a film festival that is engaging, inspiring, and allows us to lose ourselves in the creativity of others. It is now my great pleasure to introduce the head of festival programming, who put together the best BendFilm lineup I've seen yet. Celine works tirelessly on behalf of all the filmmakers who have joined us this year. An accomplished screenwriter and filmmaker in her own right, Celine's passion for this art form inspires our entire organization. Please welcome Celine Savinch.
It was an honor for me to lead a fantastic programming team this year at BendFilm, and I thank our senior documentary programmer, Beth Jasper, shorts programmer, Rex Carter, and our amazing and enduring screening committee for helping me put together a great program. 13 awards will be presented tonight in 8 categories, including the coveted Best of Show, which carries a $5,000 cash prize. More than 1,000 films were submitted to BendFilm from across the country and across the globe. With the help of our wonderful programming team, nearly 100 of those films were selected for the festival. An esteemed panel of 17 jurors watched their individual categories' films and voted for the best in each category: documentary features, narrative features, environmental outdoor features, and the shorts programs, including narrative, documentary, environmental outdoor, indigenous, and animated shorts. Among our distinguished jurors are tenured professor and filmmaker Christopher Coppola, producer and former studio executive Brandon Harris, entertainment journalist KJ Matthews, programmer and educator Ellen Shelton, talent manager and producer Rebecca Wizan, producer and distribution consultant Tim Horsburgh, filmmaker and cultural entrepreneur David Holbrook, Olympic skier Lauren Ross, filmmaker Boise Esquera, politician and activist Karina Miller, filmmaker Laron Kachaya, development and production executive Christine Davila, filmmaker, established programmer, and my predecessor at BendFilm, Eric Jambor, producer, author, programmer, and public speaker Warren Etheridge, acquisitions executive Ayoke Farmat, filmmaker and journalist Jenny Shee, and Oscar-nominated producer Michael Schurman. We are honored to have these hardworking jurors virtually with us to celebrate and to present some of the awards. For the 8th year in a row, we are offering our Best Northwest Short Film Award to celebrate all the talented filmmakers working in the Northwest and to inspire local filmmaking. The $500 awards for Best Northwest Short and Best Student Short are made possible by Independent Women for Independent Film. The jurors for these cross-category awards were Karina Miller, Christine Davila, Ellen Shelton, Eric Jambor, Lauren Ross, Michael Schurman, and Warren Etheridge.
Hello, I'm Warren Etheridge, and just one of the many fortunate people who was asked to serve as a juror this year for the 18th Annual BendFilm Festival. Very honored to be on this Zoom presentation with some fantastic people, and there are a few who couldn't make it, but as Christine would point out, if they're late, they're out. So it's just us here, and we have the pleasure of introducing some of those awards for you right now. The award for Best Northwest Short, which is a challenge just in itself and how you perceive that. And Christine, you are here to announce that winner after our great Sharks and Jets moment of fighting us out. Please let us know who is the champion.
Thank you. I am so pleased to be the jury member who is announcing this section of Best Northwest Short Film. And it was, just as my colleagues have said, also this particular session was just as section or eligible program was just as competitive as all the other ones. It was so fantastic to get a sense of the filmmakers and the shorts that were have been shot in the Northwest region. But we are really pleased to present the award for Best Northwest Short is For the People, directed by Brady Holden and Des Ramirez.
There's a tale that teaches that there are 12 midwives that come when a child is born and teaches the child how to do auspicious things like smile or suckle. It was an homage to the idea that all these things that you need to be sort of like to have wellness, to thrive, could be encapsulated in a soup.
Hi, I'm Brady Holden.
And I'm Des Ramirez, and we produced and directed For the People. Thank you, BendFilm, for the award for Best Northwest Short. We are on the road right now, so we don't have our actual award with us, but we are lighting this LED tea light and cheersing a glass of wine to you all in gratitude.
Yeah, thank you all. Sorry we don't have our trophy, but yeah, we are really surprised and excited to receive this award, and we're both just really happy and excited and proud that we were able to capture a story during a really challenging and isolating time about food and community and family. And yeah, we're excited that it was received so well, and we are excited for more people to start to see the film and hear about this story. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
The next award, Best Student Short, was made possible by Dan Wyden and Priscilla Bernard Wyden on behalf of Caldera. To introduce the award is Renee Mitchell, Caldera board member, aka Disco, when on Caldera's campus.
Caldera works with middle school and high school students in Portland and Central Oregon who are often from marginalized communities. Caldera's unique programming blends arts and environmental learning, giving these curious and creative students an opportunity to learn a new skill, express their creativity, and as a means to use their voice to be change agents in their schools, families, and communities.
Karina Miller. I'm a member of the Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs, and I'm very honored to be a part of this juror panel here who got to watch these amazing films. And I just wanted to say that it was very, very close in the student short sections for the Ben Film Festival by half points. All of these films were amazing and brought different things to each of us. And we had a lively discussion about why we supported each of these different films. But in the end, we would like to announce that we decided to choose We Run as the winner of the Best Student Short because of the storytelling, because of the centering of Indigenous erasure, because of the use of Indigenous language and reclaiming spaces that were meant to assimilate us and showing the power of just existing today. Congratulations, We Run.
And congratulations, filmmaker Chad O'Brien. Lovely work.
In the old age, black was not counted fair. But now...
Kaya from Whadjuk Noongar Boodja, that's the Indigenous country that includes Perth, Western Australia. On behalf of the production team, a huge thank you to everyone at Ben Film Fest for this award. We wish we could be there to enjoy the festival with you. Thank you for your support and your encouragement for student filmmakers. We'd also like to thank RMIT University and the City of Melbourne for supporting Wirran, and a big thank you to Kylie Bracknell, who is the translator of the sonnet. She's doing amazing work with Indigenous translation across film and theatre here, and it wouldn't have happened without her. Thank you guys again for this award.
Please join me in welcoming the Narrative and Animated Shorts jury, Development and Production Executive Christine Davila, producer, author, programmer, and public speaker Warren Etheridge, and our former festival programmer, and the man who helped build Ben Film to what it is today, Eric Jambor.
Hello, I'm Warren Etheridge. I'm thrilled to be one of the jurors helping to determine the best narrative short and best animated short this year. I am honored because I served with two fantastic jurors, Eric Jambor, who not only I know, but everybody here at Ben Film knows from his service to the festival for many years. This is the 18th annual. And I also had the great pleasure of getting to meet Christine Davila through this process, who brings a little bit of spunk, sass, and a whole lot of smarts to this process that remind me of home and make me love movies all the more. So truly a treat. We're going to start with Christine, who's actually going to announce our special jury winner for Best Narrative Short.
Thank you, Warren. And it was also a pleasure for me to serve on this jury with you and Eric. We really want to give special recognition, a special jury award to the following short film. It was so touching and such a relatable and empathetic film about how deeply we seek a connection and how we'll try different personas to do so, from its unexpected nature, bringing so true the LOL humor and vulnerable heart. It was so affirming and just truly a fantastic short that we wanted to recognize. And that short film is The Binding of Itzik by Anika Ben. Congratulations.
And now for our Best Animated Short Award winner, and maybe Christine and I can sort of tag team on this one. There's a lot of discussion about the winner, and this stood out for its very artful take on something that seems very common, turning a household appliance into something compelling and carnal and fascinating and vindictive and just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Christine, did you want to say anything?
Well, it's just truly remarkable how much mood was imbued in this animated film with no dialogue whatsoever, but just beautiful lines and color all working so well in concert.
Absolutely. And so our award for Best Animated Short at the 18th Annual BendFilm Festival goes to Washing Machine by Alexandra Majova. Congrats.
Congratulations to all the winners.
Hi Bend Film Festival. I am Alexandra Mayova's Washing Machine. Thank you very much for the Best Animated Short award that our film received. We are very happy about that. And we are glad that you liked our film, which I was an inspiration for. Take care of yourself and your home appliances, especially your washing machines. We send warm greetings from Prague. Bye-bye.
And now I get the pleasure of letting you know who we selected for the Best Narrative Short. And it is a movie that reminds me of this thought that you never know what goes on in a relationship behind closed doors. And this filmmaker actually brings us behind those closed doors, working from the end of a relationship back to the beginning and revealing so much in just 4 short scenes. It's like a Memento, but romantic. And by the time you're done, like any great story, you're as interested in what happens before and after what we watched on screen as what happened during. Hoping against all hope that that was makeup sex, not breakup sex, just about to happen. So our award for Best Narrative Short goes to Noor and Layla, directed by Fawzia Mirza. Congrats.
There is no joke. That's the joke. Cheers to our first date.
Thank you, Bend Film Festival, for giving us this award for Best Narrative Short for Noor and Layla, a film about reclaiming ritual through queer Muslim love. And honestly, like, awards help because they help give visibility to stories and voices and communities and elevate those stories into spaces that they may otherwise not be received. So thank you so much. And yes, I am the director, writer receiving this, but this film is a great collaboration from our actors Sahara Nicole and Urva, who sang the Azan, to our DP Ashley Iris Gill, our editor Shell Tarian, my wife, producer Andrea Wilson Mirza, Faye Pictures, CBC, Paige Murray, so many people, our EPs Channy Nicholas and Sonia Passy, so many hands and hearts went into making this movie. Thank you so much. And where do I get these pants? You know what I'm saying?
Next, we will present the awards in the Best Documentary Short category. The $500 Best Documentary Shorts Award has been made possible this year by Independent Women for Independent Film. And here to present the awards is the Documentary Shorts jury, Acquisitions Executive Ayel Kefer Mayat, filmmaker and journalist Jenny Shee, and Oscar-nominated producer Michael Schurman.
The selection of Best Documentary Short was difficult this year due to the plethora of impactful films. So we decided to award a special jury prize to The Road Most Traveled.
This engaging film documents the 40-year career of esteemed photojournalist Dan Bartletti, who risked his life documenting some of the most difficult human crises on the planet, stories we otherwise would never hear about. The film is especially relevant today due to the crisis on the US border and the millions of displaced people around the world due to war, famine, and climate change. Congrats to Bill Wisniewski and your team.
The Best Short Doc jury is thrilled to present this year's award to Last Meal. It's a brilliant exhibition of a deeply flawed system of capital punishment within the US that uses the vehicle of humor and cuisine to deliver a message. Congrats to Marcus McKenzie and Daniel Principe on this impressive and delightfully chilling entry.
During the course of the campaign in 1994, I was asked, do you support the death penalty? I said I did, because I believe it saves lives. Well, I do. I think if it's administered swiftly, justly, and fairly, it saves lives.
What I saw didn't look painless, and it didn't look humane. It looked like violence, and it looked like murder.
Hi, I'm Marcus McKenzie.
And I'm Daniel Principe, and we're the directors of the short documentary Last Meal.
Thank you to BendFilm Festival for this incredible award. We wish we could be there to enjoy the festival with you in person, but we're so grateful that you've provided us with a platform to share the message of our film with audiences.
A huge thanks to our principal partners, the South Australian Film Corporation, the Adelaide Film Festival, Panavision, and Cargo Film and Releasing. Without their support, we wouldn't be able to make this picture. And finally, Marcus and myself would like to extend our congratulations to all the other winners.
Thank you.
Next, we will present awards in the Best Indigenous Short and Special Jury Awards in the Indigenous Films program. The $500 cash award for Best Indigenous Short is made possible by Bob Lane. Thank you, Bob. Presenting the awards is the Indigenous Shorts jury, filmmaker Boise Esquera, politician and activist Karina Miller, and filmmaker Laurent Kachaya.
Hello, welcome to the BendFilm Festival. My name is Laurent Kachaya. I'm a filmmaker from the Confederated Tribes of Warm Springs, and I'm a judge and juror for the Indigenous Films category. And this year, we had the honor alongside filmmaker Boise Esquera to be the jurors for the Indigenous Shorts category for the BendFilm Festival. This year, we saw more authentic Indigenous representation in mainstream TV and film than ever before, and we should celebrate that. However, it's important to acknowledge we're only at the very beginning of Native storytelling being front and center, and there are millions more stories that need to be told and millions of different kinds of people who need to be telling these stories.
I'm Karina Miller, and I also had the honor of being one of the jurors for the Indigenous Short category for the BendFilm Festival this year. The Indigenous category had 6 submissions, and we enjoyed watching films centered on Indigenous people, communities, places, foods, connections, histories, and lives. There were too many to have one true winner, and the conversation really came down to talking about the complexity of deeper storytelling in Indigenous communities. This year, we would like to give a special juror award for impactful storytelling to Lucy Ostrander for Honor Thy Mother. These kinds of stories are difficult to tell because this kind of history is often untold. A community made up of half Filipino, half Native people who didn't fully understand their history because of colonization isn't an easy story to tell. It was a really close call, and we wanted to make sure that we're uplifting this important kind of storytelling. So congratulations to Lucy Ostrander for Honor Thy Mother. And we are extremely proud to announce the winner for this year's Best Indigenous Short goes to Amar Shabib for Joe Buffalo.
This year, we picked Joe Buffalo for the Best Indigenous Short because it had a very powerful story. We followed this Native man throughout his life, and to see that he survived this generational trauma from being from this boarding school, or escaping from these boarding schools to, become this pro skateboarder. It's a story that I think that needs to be told. And the way they told this film was beautiful. I mean, it's a documentary, but it was told in this very narrative format. Just the way they recreated scenes and just the way that the sound design was and the cinematography, everything kind of came together and told a very powerful story. That's something that I think other audiences definitely need to see.
me, skateboarding was definitely like a savior, given the circumstances of me growing up.
Felt good.
I'm from Musqueam, Alberta, Samson Cree Nation. I was raised traditionally, like through ceremony and speaking my language. But when I was 11 years old, I was taken off reserve and forced into residential school. It was a bad place to be, man. It definitely fucked me up. As soon as I was of age, I pulled myself out of there. And that's when things started happening. Hi everybody. On behalf of everyone from the short documentary Joe Buffalo, I just want to thank BendFilm Festival for giving us the Best Indigenous Shorts Award. And yeah, I just hope that everybody who watched the film was able to take something from it, because you know a lot went into it, and not just so much like the filming and the skateboarding and all that, but it's also the message, you know, and how like this is just an example of how resilient Indigenous people's bodies are, that if I'm able to crawl out of a cave and rebuild my life, then you know there's absolutely anything I can put my mind to that I can accomplish. So with that, thank you so much. Hi hi.
So we've celebrated this year's filmmakers, but now we'd like to speak to the filmmakers of BendFilm's future. It is not easy for kids or aspiring filmmakers anywhere to first learn how to make good media and then break into the industry to get noticed. And there are so many barriers erected that make it harder for the less represented to tell their stories. And without their voices, we are only seeing a small part of the human experience on our TV and movie screens. BendFilm wants to change aspiring filmmakers into inspired ones. And to speak more on that, please help me welcome BendFilm Executive Director Todd Luby, a former filmmaker himself.
The art form of film continues to grow in popularity because it is nothing more than an awakened experience of our dreams. And everything about its undertaking evokes possibility, aspiration, and the age-old celebration of following one's dreams right to the big screen. Though media content produced grows each year and the cost of the production is cheaper, it's still incredibly difficult to get a good film made and to get noticed. Film festivals should be the first places communities are introduced to the future of film, and that certainly is our mission at BendFilm, to discover and empower new and talented filmmakers, and then to help them build careers by providing access to resources and opportunities to collaborate and learn from the best in the business. Over 18 years, so many future filmmakers that participated in our education programs are now working present filmmakers. And BendFilm has granted over $25,000 in film production grants to aspiring filmmakers. This year, with the support of New Sun Energy, In Focus Eye Care, and the Starview Foundation, BendFilm granted $10,000 to a BIPOC woman filmmaker to make her first or next film. This is among our most important initiatives because we know that a film is a machine of empathy. And for too long, media has come from the gaze of the dominant culture. And the human experience has been robbed of living and loving whole populations who've been silenced for too long. This grant is just a small step into creating a world that is more empathetic, understanding, and caring through the art form of film. We hope we can continue to gain the support of the community to fund all of these important initiatives, because the future of film can truly be found here, and you make it possible. And please, if you've not seen the festival's panels, workshops, and the $10,000 live pitch for the production grant, those programs will be live throughout the year on the festival's site. And now, it is my great pleasure to introduce you all to another person who is the future of film. Please give a hand to 2021's $10,000 production grant winner, Emma Duval. Congratulations, Emma.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting this, so I don't even know what to say. Thank you. I'm so grateful to even meet you and to be able to share this story. And I can't wait. I feel like I just know that we'll be able to finish this project out so strong, and I'm really, really grateful. Thank you so much.
Next, we will present the $500 cash award for Best Environmental and Outdoor Feature, which is made possible by Frank Groundwater, as well as a special jury award in the Environmental and Outdoor category. And to present the award is the Environmental and Outdoor Adventure Jury. Filmmaker and cultural entrepreneur David Holbrook, programmer and educator Ellen Shelton, and Olympic skier Lauren Ross.
Hi, my name is Lauren Ross. I am honored to be a juror for the BendFilm Festival this year and really excited to be on the Environmental Outdoor panel. We've watched quite a few really wonderful films, and it was really difficult to decide, but we are going to give the award for the Best Environmental Outdoor Short to the Understory film, A Journey into the Tongass, which was directed by Colin Erisman. It was such a wonderful film that was community-based with a lot of really powerful female energy, and we think it's really timely given the environmental issues we're having right now. So yeah, great film.
Ground truthing is this really incredible way to just understand a landscape by being in it. We are literally standing in one of the largest carbon reserves in the world. This forest is not a renewable resource.
It's depressing to see it still happening.
The reality is that it's industrial size, clear-cut logging. Those logs are also costing us money to come off of our public lands. We're actually paying to have this done.
We're always fighting to protect our ancestral land. And we shouldn't have to beg for clean water. We shouldn't have to beg for clean air. We shouldn't have to beg to let trees stand.
We continue to choose to cut down these trees, largely because most Americans don't know that this place exists.
My name's Colin Erisman, and I'm the director of Understory. It's such an honor to receive this award. We wanted to make this film to advocate for a place that most Americans don't know exists, and we spent a month living on a sailboat in the wilderness to make it happen. We're thrilled to share this film now because the threats that felt so grave a few years ago are looking much more positive. The Biden administration is considering restoring protections for the Tongass, and while we were a small part of that movement, it feels really gratifying to know that film can have the power to influence environmental policy.
Hi, I'm Ellen Shelton, and on behalf of Lauren Ross and David Holbrook, we'd like to award the Best Outdoor Environmental Film category to Youth v. Gov. It's a brilliant and engaging film whose time has come just as the climate change movement is finally gaining momentum. Director Christy Cooper and all the people, young and old, who worked on the film for years and on the court case deserve our attention and gratitude. Thank you, Christy, for a wonderful film.
For a lot of young people right now, life is really scary. because we've never seen a moment like this in history. And our feelings about our life and our future is all because of choices that we had no participation in. And so the plaintiffs joined this case because we all know who's to blame and what needs to be done.
Hi, I'm Christy Cooper, the director and one of the producers of Youth v. Gov.
And I'm Olivia Oneman. I'm a producer of Youth v. Gov, and we want to say thank you to the BendFilm Festival for including our film in the lineup this year. Thanks so much for having us.
And thanks to the judges and the jury. This is a huge honor to have won the Best Environmental Outdoor feature at BendFilm. We wish we could have been there with you in person, but we're so thrilled for this award. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next are the awards in the documentary features category, including Best Documentary, Best Editing in a Documentary, and Special Jury Awards. The $1,000 award for Best Documentary Feature has been made possible this year by Jody Ward, and the $500 award for Best Editing is made possible by Business for BendFilm. Won't you please welcome our documentary features jury to the virtual stage to present the award. Programmer and educator Ellen Shelton, talent manager and producer Rebecca Wizan, and Timothy Horsburgh.
On behalf of the documentary jury, we are very pleased to give a special jury award to AIDS Diva, directed by Dante Alencaster, with the editors Andrew Kimmery, Marcos Garcia, and Mark Dashnaw. We want to give them special props for working with a huge amount of archival material and being able to create something with a beautiful sense of pacing and tone. This feels incredibly relevant and poignant, and we want to acknowledge it during this festival. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ellen Shelton, and I'm here to present a special jury award for Indomitable Spirit. It goes to the Tsimshian people for their perseverance on the basketball courts and on the sea, and to the director and film crew for their dedication in having so intimately evoked their lives. Congratulations to Alaskan Nets and Jeff Harasimovitz.
Hello, I'm Tim Horsburgh, and on behalf of the documentary jury, I'm very pleased to announce the winner of the Best Documentary Feature Prize and the Best Editing Prize is the film Buried. We want to give credit to directors Jared Drake and Stephen Sieg and editor Matthew Mercer for this captivating, excellent assembly of archival material and personal testimonies that recreated this event with clarity and emotion and propulsive tension. It's a great film. Congratulations.
Alpine Meadows has got a huge disaster. We had to run down the road to avoid being buried.
This footage has just come in from the Lake Tahoe area.
3 are dead and 5 are missing. That is correct.
It was hard to imagine that anybody could have survived.
The pathologist report shows that all 3 victims died of asphyxia.
That's why all the digging is going on by that tree.
I didn't want it to be me to tell them that.
Avalanche experts are setting explosive charges on the ground and dropping them by helicopter.
They got 40 pounds of boom on their back that could go bad on them.
Every time you found a ski boot, you weren't sure what was attached to the other end of it.
Get yourself ready for this, because no one's walking away from it.
Hi, BendFilm. I just want to thank you so much for this honor, for recognizing our work on this film. It means the world to us. I just want to thank Sig, Jared, and Mark for trusting me to help tell this story with them and for just being great collaborators and human beings. I want to thank Jim Anna, Larry, Lanny, Casey, Meredith, let's see who else, Mike, just for trusting us to tell their story and for being brave enough to tell it. So it's been just one of the greatest honors of my career to work on this film, and I really appreciate the award. Thank you, guys.
Hello, everyone. My name is Stephen Sigg. I am the co-director, co-producer of Buried.
And I'm Jared Drake. I'm the other co-director, co-producer of Buried. We can't believe that we won this award. I mean, it's
I think we're both a little bit shocked, overwhelmed,
yeah,
and stoked.
It's an incredible honor. I mean, it's a little, I guess it feels a little strange to win an award for something that's so tragic. But when Sig and I set out to make this movie, we wanted to capture the spirit of what the characters in the film and the subjects have gone through. In these last 39 years, one question we always asked ourselves is, why make this movie 39 years later? What's different about making this movie today versus having made it in 1983, if we made it in 1983? And it is the perseverance and the resilience of our subjects, and that is definitely something to celebrate.
Yeah, and the community itself. You know, I feel our subjects in this film were an archetype and a metaphor for everybody in the whole community, because it touched so many people.
Yeah.
And it's not an easy film to watch, but it's a really important story to tell. And to get this award is just reaffirms, you know, why we did it. And we just I can't express the gratitude I have to get this, especially coming from Bend.
Yeah. And, you know, we've all been through it, you know, this past, well, you know, everyone has had struggle in their lives this past year and a half with COVID. Our communities have lost. We've all had some challenges. I think we should take a moment. Let's finish this with 10 seconds of silence for those that have been lost. And a cheers, yeah.
To those.
Yeah, to those.
And thank you.
Yeah.
Some praises. Yeah. Thank you, Bend. We appreciate this. Cherish it forever.
Yeah.
Next are the awards in the Narrative Features category, including Best Narrative Feature, Best Cinematography in a Narrative Feature, and one special jury award. The $1,000 award for Best Narrative Feature has been made possible this year by Jay and Sheila Luber. Thank you, Jay and Sheila. Won't you please welcome our Narrative Features jury to the virtual stage to present the award. Tenured professor and filmmaker Christopher Coppola, Amazon studio executive and director and producer Brandon Harris, and entertainment journalist KJ Matthews.
Hello, I'm KJ Matthews, and I'm so happy to be a part of the Narratives Feature jury at the BEN Film Festival. We are so honored to give the award for Special Jury Award to 7 Days for the unique storytelling and exceptional performances.
Hello, I'm Christopher Coppola. I'm on the narrative jury. My colleagues and I are thrilled to give the Best Cinematography Award to A Hard Problem. It's not easy, you know, for a film, particularly a film like this that's science fiction, to tell the story without a great camera and great framing. And this cinematographer did that, made the movie. And it goes to Brandon Alperin. Congratulations, Alperin. You have a very nice eye, very nice eye.
Great.
Do you remember how to play?
I'm so sorry about your mother. Thank you.
I can't be your world. I'm dying. I'm terminal. Soon I'll be gone.
Why are you doing this? Are you trying to make me cry?
No, of course not.
Mary, my mother, she spent a lot of time in China for work.
It's been hard.
Why does my own sister refuse to talk to me?
Okay, people are mourning in there.
I'm mourning too.
Not just with her death, but now with this whole situation.
Close your eyes.
Thanks to BendFilm Festival and the narrative feature jury for this pleasant surprise. This thing is pretty heavy, and like me is a 1/3 empty human. A cinematographer is only as strong as the rest of his crew, especially in such a small and intimate movie like A Hard Problem. And with that being said, I'd like to thank the producers for bringing the project together, the tireless work of the Grip and Electrics, the camera team, and our ace in the hole, our colorist Cody Baker. And of course, our fearless leaders Hazard, who I've had the pleasure and pain of working with for more than a decade. Thanks again for having us.
Hi, I'm Brandon Harris from the Narrative Features Jury, and I have the distinct pleasure of presenting the best narrative to a remarkable film made with real courage and passion and style and verve. And that film is The Falconer.
I saw a sea turtle the other day, swimming around gracefully, you know. What I love is that whatever beach they hatch on, they always go back to that same beach. And they go for miles and miles and miles, but then they always come back.
There's no future for you here. Even if I could get a visa to the States.
You can't leave your family.
ما نفس الرجال اللي توقعته، يعاملني كأني خدامة معه.
Kai has been making friends with one of the falcons. He wants to steal it so he can train it and then set it free.
Don't sell it free. You should sell it.
أحمد بيجي عشان ياخذها. إذا ما دفعنا الفلوس مجبورة ترجع معاه. أنا ما أعرف إيش أسوي.
Hi, I'm Shauna Winslow.
And I'm Adam Schoberg.
We're the writers and directors of The Falconer, and we just found out that we're the winners of the Narrative Feature Film Award from BendFilm Festival. It means the world to us. We have labored so hard on this film, and it's incredible to share it with the world.
Yeah, we couldn't be more honored to be sharing this film at BendFilm Festival, and are so thankful to everyone at Bend and in Bend watching our movie for all of your love that we've felt. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
The Best Directing Award includes a cash prize of $500 made possible by independent women for independent film. It is one of our cross-category awards, which means all competition features are eligible. Those include documentary, environmental and outdoor, and narrative features. A combination of narrative and documentary features jurors, Ellen Shelton, Timothy Horsburgh, Brandon Harris, Christopher Coppola, and KJ Matthews to present the award.
Hi, I'm Brandon Harris, member of this year's jury on the narrative features at the BendFilm Festival. And I have the distinct honor of awarding this year's Best Director Prize to a sumptuously directed Cuban drama that certainly grabbed each of us by the lapels and wouldn't let us go in its use of form and color. And that film is Sin La Habana by Kaveh Nabatian.
Eso es lo que tú tienes que hacer. Ponerte las pilas. Enreda una de las yumas esas de tu escuela. Total, todas están puestas para ti.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. To the side. Follow me.
Si tú no lo haces, lo voy a hacer yo.
Escúchame, tú no vas a hacer ni pinga, ¿ok?
Bueno. Entonces ya tú sabes lo que tú tienes que hacer.
Hello, BendFilm. This is Kaveh from New York City.
I am so sad that I can't be there in person to accept this award and to present my film. I've heard such great things about the festival, but I am so happy to have won this award for Best Director. It's a big honor, and I know there's a lot of great films in the festival. I haven't seen them all, but I know that the programming is great, so this means a lot. And yeah, I want to thank the cast and the crew and everyone who came on board with this kind of crazy vision that I've had for so many years and actually putting it on film. Yeah, I hope I get to come back to your festival one day soon and check out Oregon. So thank you so much to the festival, to the jury, and to everyone involved.
BendFilm lets the audience in on the action of deciding who walks away with the awards after the festival is over. Each year, the audience votes on their favorite feature and short from the festival. We will announce the winners on Monday after all of the films are screened and the votes tallied. The Audience Award is named for this festival's founder, a person whom we are all grateful. Please welcome BendFilm founder Katie Merritt to the floor.
Well, good evening, fellow Fest heads. I'm Katie Merritt, and I am on the order, as far as film fans go, of freakdom easily. And so it's apt, and I'm honored to be here to chat a minute with you about this year's Audience Award. So let me lay this down. I believe that there is a tacit contract or an understanding between Fest filmmakers and Fest attendees. The filmmakers, for their part, invest blood, sweat, years, grit into their production, and in exchange, they ask the audience to show up, absorb, and just before we launch out to exclaim about whatever experience we just had, to take a skinny minute to complete an Audience Award ballot. Yes, this just became a PSA to get out the vote. And importantly so, there can't be an award that matters more to filmmakers and that matters more to the people who are watching the filmmakers than that which reflects the audience's view and response. And the ballots won't be counted until Monday, after which the announcement will be made. So there's lots of time still to watch and vote, which I'm ready to get back to after this ceremony. Wow, filmmakers, thank you for just a beautiful, beautiful batch of work. Each one, I've just been astonished and moved a lot. And okay, I had to cut. I got gushy there. So happy festing, everyone. I think I mentioned that this batch this year seems extra significant. And I can't wait to continue watching and to see what Monday brings. Good night.
Our final award of the night is the award for Best of Show, which is another cross-category award, and it's open to all narrative features and documentaries running in competition. It represents BendFilm's largest cash prize of $5,000. This award has been made possible each of the last 18 years by BendFilm founding sponsor and all-around amazing local company, Brooks Resources Corporation. To present on behalf of Brooks Resources is Chairman of the Board, Mike Hollern, and Vice President of Sales and Marketing, Rami Mortensen.
More than 18 years ago, Katie Merritt came to see us at Brooks Resources to pitch her idea for a film festival in Bend. We knew nothing about film festivals, but we loved her enthusiasm, we loved her spirit. We decided it was worth a gamble to bring new cultural events to Bend in our shoulder season. It's a relatively quiet time of year, and we became the founding sponsor of BendFilm, and it's exceeded our expectations ever since.
So when we stand back and look at what makes BendFilm such a successful festival, it's the people, the filmmakers, the actors, the directors, and the producers, the audience, the jury, the staff. Everyone is passionate about film and its ability to make us pause, reflect, laugh, cry, question, and most importantly, think. That is why it's our pleasure to continue to support Bend Film and the Best in Show Award. This award goes to a very well-made film, a very important film, very timely film, and it gives us hope, and we need hope today. So congratulations and cheers. The winner is Youth v. Gov, directed by Christy Cooper.
Hi everyone, I'm Christy Cooper. I'm the director and one of the producers of Youth v. Gov.
And I'm Olivia Oneman. I'm the other producer of the film. And we just want to say a huge thank you to Bend Film Festival for this amazing award that Christy's holding for Best in Show. We couldn't be more honored or thrilled to have received that. So thank you very much.
And I just wanted to say as well, this really goes to the young people fighting in our country's highest courts on the front lines of climate justice, fighting for their constitutional rights to a safe and stable climate system. A lot of these plaintiffs come from Oregon. 9 of them are from Oregon, and 1 of them is even from Bend. So we're just incredibly honored and thrilled to have had this film at your festival and to have received this amazing award. Thank you so, so much. We're so honored and so thrilled. Mwah.
Thank you all for coming. Please remember that tomorrow, most award winners and best of the festival films will be highlighted for this closing weekend. Though virtual festivals will be part of Bend Film moving forward, we will return to an in-person festival next year. Please keep yourselves healthy in the meantime. And since we didn't have the opportunity to see many in-competition films in theater this festival, please watch the Tin Pan Theater schedule. And speaking of the Tin Pan Theater, Bend Film offers a huge thanks to Home System Solutions, which donated time, expertise, and treasure, totally revamping the Tin Pan's audio system. Please come back and see a show you will be blown away. Thank you from everyone at Bend Film Home System Solutions, and thank you all for coming out tonight and celebrating the powerful and restorative art form of film.